But it's not my fault he hasn't played all 18 games. I have to look at the 18 games as a whole. And I saw 3 and he wasn't there. That's not my fault.
Surely you can judge him on what the games he's played, which is a high proportion. And
no, I can't, because if one player play 1 game and score 1 goal, then he has to go in the team. No, I'll look at the 18 games and if I'm sorry if he didn't.
One is not high proportion.
Listen, Aubameyang has to be in there for me. He's been the best striker of the season. That's all I can say.
Come to the big topic. Come to the big topic of the evening. The Premier League team of the season so far.
Oh, team of the season.
Team of the season so far. First, we need to set out what formation we're picking. Now, I would say it's between 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, or even maybe a 3-4-3.
4-3-3.
I'm gonna say 4-3-3. I think that's probably the best. I think that's what the best teams are playing at the moment. I think it's easier to choose a team with 4-2-3-1, but I'm gonna go 4-3-3. I
personally want 2 strikers, but obviously the majority says 4-3-3, so let's go 4-3-3. I would 4-4-2 is hard because there's no
strikers.
Well, you say that. A 4-4-2 is hard because no one really plays left mid, right mid anymore. Yeah. So it would have been more of 4-2-4. But
listen. Not everyone can make it in the team.
I know. That's the problem.
That's why I wanted to go 4-2-3-1 because you give yourself another attacker.
Yeah.
But end of the day, teams are playing 4-3-3 right now. Liverpool and Manchester City both doing it. Yeah. So, yeah.
The great Man United as well. Get to mention them.
The great
nothing. Goalkeeper. Nathanael?
Alisson.
Ramone?
Yeah, I've got to go Alisson. New signings to the Premier League and been brilliant.
All right, clean sweep, Alisson as well. I agree.
Yeah.
Obviously clean sheet, most clean sheets this season. I think got the highest save percentage as well. Even though he has made some big mistakes, some of them he's been punished for, some of them he hasn't. But yeah, I have to give Alisson. No bias there, Liverpool fans. Right back. Actually, you know what? Let's start with left back because it's probably going to be easy.
Robertson.
Yeah, I have to go with Robertson. I do this on the Fan Part Live Team of the Year as well, and I said I'll give it to Robertson, but it's only because Mendy's had his injuries. Because if Mendy had carried on how he was up until he got injured, then he could easily get in the team for me above Robertson. But Robertson has played; he hasn't been injured, and to give him the credit where it's due. So that was easy. Centre backs, Ramone. Let's just do the 2 centre back. Who would your 2 centre back partnership be?
Okay. Allow me, yeah. Virgil van Dijk is going to be there, definitely.
Okay.
Been the best defender in the Premier League this season. Some will say best in the world. I won't. But I think he's probably put himself up there as the best centre back in the Premier League right now. I can't argue with that. Next to him, I'm going to put David Luiz. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Allow me. I said allow me before I started. So just allow me. Give me a second. Give me a second. It'll be easy for me to go with Aymeric Laporte. It'll be very easy to me.
It'll be correct for you to go.
It'll be easy for me to do that. But listen, yeah. I think he's a man who's very, very, very harshly criticised. Yes, he can make the odd mistake. As you said,
you criticised him on the first podcast.
I have to because when he does play bad, I got to criticise him. However, this is they said that he people are saying he's a bad defender. He can't defend. If he couldn't defend, and Chelsea wouldn't keep the clean sheets that they have kept, and they haven't kept loads, but they've kept quite a few.
I'm glad you said that.
They haven't kept low, but they kept quite a few. And then they have, people don't talk about David Luiz. When they beat Manchester City and they dominated at the back, who was the man running the things? It was David Luiz. Running the things at the back. He scored the goal to seal the win, and he was brilliant, outstanding in that game. For me, man of the match. But in the game before, he got run rings by his son. As I said, I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying that by such. But the reason I'm putting his name out, I'm just saying, listen, I think he's been one of the best defenders in the Premier League this season. Up there with.
Can you say it with a straight face?
Up there with Rudiger. But so My choice would be Virgil van Dijk and David Luiz.
Boy.
You lot get onto it. Just get onto it. I would say it's Nathanael.
Centre backs.
Yeah.
Van Dijk and Van Dijk.
Oh,
I'm joking. I'll say Van Dijk. You know, my guy's been acting like Thanos. You know, just any ball that comes near him, gets rid of it, sorts it out. The guy's sick. He's actually sick. But I'm gonna pick Van Dijk and I'm gonna say Laporte.
Has to be Van Dijk and Laporte. I don't know where Ramone's going with that David Luiz, because Laporte has been like ever present, I think, barring one game for Man City this season. The two teams have conceded.
David Luiz has been ever present.
The two teams have conceded the least, and he don't make. I haven't seen him go run rings around like David Luiz has from time to time. I'm gonna say it happens every game because obviously
David Luiz ran a ring round him and scored a header. Zaha bust him up on the weekend.
Like Vardy did to Chelsea, but right back.
You go first, Ramone. I'm trying to think of one right now.
Right back. I'm gonna.
There's Walker. There's Trent. You know, those are the obvious ones. There's of course Antonio Valencia.
I'm gonna go with Doherty from Wolves. I think he has been outstanding as a right back, and I can't believe he wasn't even in the selection for BBC's Team of the Year this year. I was looking for it. Yeah, he was.
Sky Sports had him
this year.
Yeah.
BBC didn't put him in. That's shocking because
they have all the big ones. Trippier, Walker.
Yeah, all the big ones. Just not him.
Did they have Ashley Young?
Yeah, Ashton was there.
Goodness.
Ashton was on the list.
That's ridiculous.
Ashton was on the list.
Big team
I think it's a bit. I think the BBC sometimes are a bit silly when they put the big teams out and that's it. But I know he plays as a wing back. So it's not exactly a right back. But if I go for the right sided defensive player, both attacking and defensively, Wolves have been brilliant as we said already, and he's been a big part of that as well. So I'm gonna put his name in the hat and say Doherty.
I'm gonna go Doherty as well. For everything that you've said, and it's funny because a lot of people out there were like, "Yeah, Walker." I'm like, one, yes, that's the easy choice, but two, when you actually
now you don't want to go.
No, but I was saying, what two? When you actually analyze it, what has Walker done more so than Doherty? Like Man City's attacking strength hasn't come from Walker. It's been Mendy, Sane, or Sterling, or anything like that. Walker, I'm not saying he's not a good defender. I'm actually, to be honest, he's not a great defender. He was exposed against Chelsea in that game. Rio Ferdinand touched on it in the leaked footage from the BT Sports cameras. But I don't think he's been great. He's just kind of been in a Man City team that's played well. Yeah. But Doherty, I think, as an individual, he has stood out. Probably especially in an attacking sense, but equally defensively, he's done well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. But who would you go for?
To be honest, I haven't seen what's his name?
Doherty.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play. So I can't really say him. I would have just picked Trent. I'm not gonna lie.
Is Trent even Liverpool's best right back these days?
Nah, he does what he's supposed to do. Like when it's time to defend, he gets back. Like my thing when it comes to a left back and a right back, yeah, you can come up and help with the attack, but when it's time to defend, please, I beg, just get back and defend. This is why Moreno has been benched and put dashed in the reserve. No, I don't think you understand. Moreno was a left winger playing left back because he can't defend. But back to what I was saying, like I'm picking Trent just simply because I haven't really looked at right backs this season too tough.
Trippier has been good. He was close for me. It was either going to be Doherty or Trippier.
He started the season injured or out, or was he just resting from the World Cup?
I think,
but even recently, hasn't he been in and out through injury? Last few games.
Yeah, he's had a little injury the past few games, but he's played the majority of the season there. And I think when he has played, set pieces, you take free kick scoring and also crossing them in. He has been for me the width for Spurs, been the best player on the width on that out wide. They're not a team that gets the ball in the box a lot. I don't think they cross as much as they can, especially with someone like Kane in the box. But when Trippier's there, his deliveries are brilliant. I think he's big part of their success.
If we had a B team, maybe he'll get in. Defensive midfielder.
Well, I mean, is there anyone else other than the greatest signing so far this season in Lucas Torreira. I mean, he's been outstanding. And something I didn't expect. I thought I thought he'd come into the team and be good and help us. But what he's done this season for Arsenal, he's gone far and beyond the call of duty, you could say. Tackling, both going forward, finding players out, picking the passes, scoring goals, as North London Derby proved.
Have hope will say that he's the best
all-round player in the Premier League. I mean, I won't go that far, but he's definitely got the potential to be, and he's got the potential to be the best all-round player. And let me just Lucas Torreira.
Nathanael?
I'm gonna say Fernandinho.
Why?
Fernandinho, for me, like, he literally he summarizes, like, what's the position? CDM. Like, he literally, if you Google CDM, Fernandinho comes up.
Makaleli would, but but go off.
Yeah, I mean, like, CDM in.
He
literally just plays his position very well. Like, he's just good, man. I don't even need to say anything. Just say Fernandinho, and you just know.
Well, you did have to say something. He didn't convince me. I'm convinced by Ramone.
But I'm not gonna lie. Torreira's good as well. Like, he surprised.
He because Arsenal defense is still crap. But as has been said, I think even by Ramone himself, that the sign of Torreira has improved Arsenal's defense or the defensive work. I mean, obviously he's got goals going forward. Did he score in the derby? He scored in the derby and he scored an overhead kick against Huddersfield. So yeah, I have to go with Torreira. All right, so I've got two central midfielder positions. Now, I don't know. I guess it's completely up to you how you do it. You might have, like, Chelsea. I guess they've got, for example, they've got a playmaker in Kovacic, and Kante is the bottom box. Liverpool just got 3 workhorses in that whole central midfield. I don't know what Arsenal even do these days. I don't know what they play.
You kind of play 4-2-3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Man United got Pogba as the playmaker, Herrera, and then obviously Matic sitting. So it's completely up to you what type of midfielder you pick for that. But I'm gonna ask for the 2. Who would you as your 2 central midfielders in front of the defensive midfielder?
Oh, you're looking at me first.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm picking reliable James Milner. That guy, he's like 100, and he's playing like he's 25. The guy, he's good. So I'm gonna pick James Milner because I thought you're gonna do 1-1. So another centre mid that's been balling.
To come back to you.
Yeah, please. Let me think.
Tough, very tough, because this is the reason why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to not just choose players because they've been the best and force them in a position, but actually just choose a team and choose a formation and put players in. But for me, it's tough, but I'm gonna go with Silva.
With Silva,
both of them.
Oh God!
Both. I put them both in because I think they've been brilliant this season. I think Bernardo Silva's coming in for De Bruyne, and for the majority of it, we've not even realised that De Bruyne's not there. The way he's been playing, he just sits in perfectly, especially not even being a centre mid. He's been a right wing and left winger for the majority of what we've seen from him in the past. Last season, just being like a utility player. You said what? You say like bench? I don't know what you said. You said something about bench Silva or something, and then I said, yeah. I said, is B Silva gonna start saying you mean bench Silva?
That's what he was.
That's what he was.
Coming for the person on the right, coming for the person in the middle, coming for the person there.
Yeah, he has. He's been. But this season, taking the place of Kevin De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne will come back in, but we get to see what happens with Silva. And actually looking at it, you kind of think David Silva was literally Bernardo Silva before. He used to be a winger, used to be the same thing. Didn't used to have what he had now in terms of the control of the game in the centre of the midfield. And I think he's adapted his role to be a brilliant centre midfielder. And someone's now even saying, he's underrated, one of the best centre mids we've had now in the Premier League. He's not even naturally a centre midfielder. So, what he's done has been brilliant again with Bernardo Silva. It's hard. I mean, the thing is, the reason why I've gone for them two above anyone else, I think Liverpool have no one for me just as
stand out.
Yeah, stand out. I mean, Milner's probably been their best, but he hasn't stood out for me.
Adam's also been good.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been consistently good. you know, and you know, Akesh Shaqiri's been a little bit more further forward, and he's not really started many games as well. So you're looking across the whole Premier League, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, actually, the two best centre midfielders for me this season have been David Silva and Bernardo Silva.
Well, I'm gonna agree with David Silva. So that's two. We'll plug that one in. David Silva on, I would say, on the left of the three. And I'm gonna pick the same person that I picked, and I did the FPL one, Fan Part Live, and which was it was laughed at by Have Hope.
Can I also say, sorry,
and Devo to an extent.
before you say your selection, BBC again, you left out Bernardo Silva. What are you
Is
doing?
it?
Yeah,
Are you
what are you doing? And you
serious?
put David Silva in there. I don't know. I don't get it. Just don't get it. Right.
My choice for the right hand side of that central midfield, and it's because he offers a lot in the team that he plays for. He plays in a 2 in the middle, but we know that internationally he can play in the central midfield going forward. He's played on the wing as well, actually, for his international team. And even when playing in the 2, he gets forward a lot. So he can do kind of both jobs, especially with a defensive midfielder beside him. And that person is Musa Sissoko. That's who I'm putting as my central midfielder next to David Silva.
From Spurs.
From the Spurs, who has had the best start in their history in the Premier League season, who are only 6 points off the top. I'm having Musa Sissoko.
No, I'm just making sure we're talking about this. You're talking about the same
I'm
guy.
just clarifying.
The one that skied the ball all the way out the stadium.
The
Same
guy
guy.
who was...
No, I'm just making sure we're talking about the same guy.
The guy who was arguably the man of the match when they beat Chelsea at Wembley, and Tottenham's best player in the loss.
No, I'm not.
against
I'm
Man
not.
City.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just making sure we're talking about the same Donny, the guy that's the same guy. Spurs were saying he needs to go last season,
and now they're not.
I'm just making sure.
You just make it though. Now they're
Yeah.
like singing his praises because he has come in at a time where they need central midfield. Dembele's out, Wanyama's nowhere to be seen.
No, I'm just.
And they've had injuries to the likes of Eriksen, Ali, and he has been the rock in the central midfield. So I'm going Musa Sissoko.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't picked your other person. You
Oh
got
yeah,
James
I was
Milner
gonna.
and who?
My second person. Oh boy, I've been thinking about it. It was between Kante and Silva. And
Which Silva?
Oh, David Silva. Pick David Silva.
Well, we got a deadlock then. Cool, we'll pick David Silva, so he's in.
Yeah.
So it's between Milner.
Oh no.
Who did you say?
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva and Musa Sissoko.
Yeah, I think it's only right that we rank the three. Where do we rank them? Where would you rank?
Oh, where would I rank?
Sissoko,
I was
Bernardo,
going to draw
and then
for
Milner.
Javern at the back to make
Yeah?
the adjudicating decision. Javern,
Okay.
can you come forward, please? Excuse me, Javern. We need your help.
No, we could do it.
But you
Does
need to come in here so they can hear you anyway. Bernardo Silva, James Milner, or Musa Sissoko.
Bearing in mind, James Milner's like 100 years old and he's banging. Just know that, yeah.
You need to come in. You need to come in. They can't hear you. Javern, what's your answer?
It would have to be Sissoko.
Oh my God.
Well, that's
He
that
said
then, isn't it?
Sissoko.
That is that.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
That is that.
He was terrible, and now he's flying. So it has to be.
You're shaking your head. Thank you very much for that, Javern.
And then Bernardo Silva.
So wait, so out of the three, you've put Milner last.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
You're shaking your head. Thank you very much for that, Javern.
No
Mr.
thanks.
Sissoko is a brick. He's a certified brick.
You're shaking your head, Remo. But you cannot say the man has not performed this season.
I don't think he has.
What? How?
I think he's been. I think. I don't understand where this hype is coming from. I don't think he's been good this season.
What?
I don't think he's been good. This
Are you
season. I think
serious?
he's been average at best. He hasn't looked any better than he has before.
Are you serious?
100% hand on my heart. I don't think he's any better than he has. Every time he goes forward, he looks like he's gonna fall over. Like he takes a shot and he skies it high. Well, I don't think he ever should shoot a ball in the Premier League again. I think he's been like when you said yesterday when he got the assist for the goal. He said, "Oh, great pass." just an average ball through his X on the controller. It wasn't nothing great. He did a 1-2.
I didn't say great pass. You said good play from Sissoko, and you came in and said
Sorry, I'm
average.
changed my mind again.
oh god.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Some hope.
Bernardo Silva is too sick.
Thank you.
Nah, he's
Thank
too
you.
sick. He's too sick.
Thank you.
He's too sick.
We just needed some clarity of it. We need to just let's get back to Javan. I'm glad you come to your senses because I just wouldn't be able to tweet this out. This is what Neeks Sports have come up with in Team of the Year. I'll get slated by Newcastle fans alike all around. That would say
Bernardo Silva. I'm sorry. He's too sick.
The voting was closed. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, sorry. I'll finish what I was saying. In the thank you very much. Well, not thank you, Javan, but you know, back to the studio. No. Mr. Zucker, what was the last thing you were saying about? I can't remember.
the assist yesterday.
Yeah, I said good. I just said good play from Sissoko because he broke the line, passed the ball inside the channel, and that led to the goal. You decided to come back to that's like basic.
Basic.
No, but if
Basic football.
does it not mean it was good? You obviously have an agenda.
I don't have no agenda. I don't have no agenda.
One, he's a Spurs player, and two, you don't like him, and you don't like the fact that he could ever get any ratings from anyone.
No, listen. I like every.
It was
single,
good play.
I like.
Was it bad play?
It was basic.
Was it bad play?
It was basic. That's how I describe it. I can't say it was good. Can't say it was
why
bad.
was it not good?
It's basic. It was basic. It was just simple football.
Nothing was good about it.
No, it was just simple. It was, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't look at it and be like, oh, that was good football.
Come
It's
like the
just
Arsenal
basic.
fans who
It's
tweeting
basic.
out the picture. How did Ozil see Kolasinac wasn't even in the picture? Like Ozil's
Brilliant.
Like
That
Ozil's
was
only seen the
brilliant.
picture. Ozil's seen the whole picture. Of course, you can see. You are very narrow-minded in your views when it comes to Tottenham players.
Listen, I back every single French player that plays football. So you know, Mr. Sissoko is one of them, and I respect what he's done for the nation. But as Didier Deschamps has come to his hands, and I'm hope he doesn't bring him back in the squad anytime soon. But Mr. Sissoko is an average player at best, and the sooner Dembele comes back into Spurs squad, the better for Spurs.
You say that.
100%.
But they have been performing and winning games.
They have.
Such as the 6-2 against Everton.
They have.
Without Dembele.
In spite of
it's
Mr. Sissoko. In spite of
Because of Mr. Sissoko.
He's good, but he's good.
I wouldn't even say good. He's average.
Good-ish. He's good-ish, but he's.
He will walk into that Liverpool team.
No, he wouldn't.
If Henderson can get that team, anyone can. I'm just saying. If Henderson get in the Liverpool team, anyone I mentioned can get in the team. I could get in that team. I just go to the gym a bit, get a bit fit, and run around for club.
Nah, fine.
We're gonna start with striker.
Okay.
Which for me is an easy choice. Callum Wilson, of course. England international. Bournemouth's leading. We say Jermaine Gabriel Jesus. Don't ever talk about that guy in any kind of 11 unless it's the biggest Premier League flops of all time. Let me slow down a bit. But yeah, I think got 8 Premier League goals, 5 assists in I think it's 15 games, possibly might be 16 now. For Bournemouth side, who don't expect much from. And he has been leading the line for a period of it by himself because obviously Josh King was out injured, I believe it was. And the partnership that him and Fraser developed was very, very good. He scored against Manchester United, scored against Man City. So I think it's 2 out of 4 big games that he played in. Didn't play against Liverpool. He has scored in granted in losing situations because Bournemouth aren't very good. And he doesn't look out of place when playing in those big games. So much so that now Chelsea are interested in him. So for me, my choice, Callum Wilson.
Ramone. Again, this is for me the easiest decision I've made today.
All right,
and Lucas Torreira was the easiest decision that I've made today. And now it's just been surpassed because Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the Premier League's top goal scorer, with 12 Premier League goals this season. He's just brilliant against everyone he plays, and he's just been brilliant.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
You said that with confidence.
Yeah, everyone he plays against, he's been brilliant. He's been for me, he's been outstanding this season. Am I surprised? No, I predicted he will get Golden Boot this season, and halfway through, I mean, what can you do? You say give him the boot now, I guess.
No, let's not give him the boot now. Let's not.
Listen, am I surprised? No, but I can't give it to Callum Wilson based on the fact that he's
Playing for Bournemouth.
he's done well at the level that he is, and he's done exceptional for his level.
Well, they're playing the same level.
We're talking about
in terms of the Premier League.
Yeah, but we're talking about who's the best striker in the Premier League season. For me, it's head and shoulders Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's been brilliant for Arsenal, scoring goals at will, and and I think I was a stage. I think it was before the Man United match where every shot he had on target was a goal.
Well, it's definitely not that now.
It's not. But he's still putting the ball in the back of the net since then. And I scored a couple goals. And why?
Because he
scored against Spurs.
Well, he scored 5.
In the biggest game of the season.
5. He played in 5 games against the Big Six.
Yeah,
and he's only scored in one of them.
Yeah.
In the other ones, he ain't scored a goal.
Yeah,
not even one.
Yeah,
he's a flat track bully.
What? He scored in the biggest one in the North London derby.
What do we say when it comes to derby? For everything goes out the window.
Yeah.
So you have to take it for what it is in that game. But when it comes to the rest of the big games, the man, he's nowhere to. Not saying nowhere to be seen, but he's nowhere near as effective.
He's not
He's
scored.
nowhere near as effective.
And you know what?
Because goal scoring is his key thing.
100%. If the Premier League was only about the big six, I'd give you that. I'll say Callum Wilson, you can have it. But unfortunately,
Callum Wilson's scoring against everyone.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not. It's not just about the big six.
Everyone.
Yeah, but
with his
he scored 8 goals. Aubameyang's got 12
and 5 assists.
Yeah, and Aubameyang's got 12 and 3 assists.
So you got 15 in 18 games.
Yeah,
15 contributions, and Callum Wilson's got 13 in I think it's 15 games.
15
games. So,
but it's not my fault. He hasn't played all 18 games. I haven't looked at the 18 games as a whole, and I saw 3, and he wasn't there. That's not my fault.
Surely you can judge him on what the games he's played, which is a high proportion, and.
I can't, because if one player play 1 game and score 1 goal, then he has to go in the team. No, I'll look at the 18 games, and if if you did
it. One is not high proportion.
Listen, Aubameyang has to be in there for me. He's been the best striker of the season. That's all I can say. There's nothing more I can say. But if you're asking me, Premier League team of the season so far, who is it? It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
The stats say Aubameyang's the top scorer. To be honest, I rate him.
Stats merchant.
Yeah, I rate him like a bit. Like I rated him at Dortmund. At Arsenal, I don't rate him too much. I think him going to Arsenal that was a poor decision. But anyway, he's on 12 goals. Yeah, behind him is a man like Mo Salah. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously Harry Kane. I don't know. I'll say Aubameyang just not because of what he said, just simply because he's scored 12 goals, 3 assists. That's quite good for right now.
As my boy Have Hope would say, democracy sucks.
He's on 12 goals, man.
I'm just saying.
He's actually on 12 goals.
Yeah, I know. He is.
In that mediocre Arsenal team.
That team is minutes per goal as well. That
team is much better than Bournemouth. So I have to analyze it qualitatively as well. But Aubameyang has been chosen by the masses. Left side of the 3. Who are you going with?
Me. Oh.
Yeah, so left wing.
Left wing. Yeah, man like Sadio Mane. He plays there for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's been playing quite well there. So I'm gonna pick Mane.
Sadio Mane has. What? No, wait, let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Allow me.
My back.
Sadio Mane had a good start of the season. He had a good start to the season.
He's missed a few chances, but he still gets into the
I don't know. I feel like when he got injured, it kind of went downhill from there. Because at the start he was better. He was playing better than most. He did, yeah. He got injured in the Champions League game, I think, and I think
it was out for 1 game.
Yeah, maybe that's it then. That's it. Some people,
anyway,
it's a mentality, isn't it?
Continue what you're saying.
But yeah, he got injured. He came back and he weren't the same. And he just looked like I don't know. He just weren't. He just maybe it was just maybe Klopp said, you know what, take a step back. Mo Salah's got to shine now, and he ain't even shining yet. And maybe that's what it is. But Sadio Mane has definitely had a good season.
Yeah.
So far, especially he's not someone who you expect to score 20 goals. I think people assume that he is, but he's never got anywhere near that before.
Near that.
Yeah, I think last year he got like 13 goals or something like that.
Oh, is it? And he got 30. I know he got 30 at Southampton as well.
Yeah. So I mean, he's not someone people. Yes, to say people expect him to be that. He's not been that person. So for him to have 7 so far it's quite good for him. But there's no Eden Hazard for me.
Has to be
Eden Hazard because the guy has been on fire all
to
season,
be.
man. I mean, there was like a part where he didn't score, but
It was like 2 games.
yeah,
like
literally,
2 games
literally,
or something like that.
but
He didn't
literally.
anything.
And if he weren't doing that, he was setting up goals against Man City. You know, the stat merchants will say, you know, 2 assists.
2 assists.
You know, corner and setting up Kante's goal. He's been on fire whether he plays up front. You know, now that the other strikers are not doing it, he goes up there and he scored a great counter-attacking goal against Brighton. When he plays left wing, cuts in and he scores the goals. For me, it's not even a doubt in my mind. This Eden Hazard.
Me either. I think for me it has to be Hazard. He gets a lot of stick. I think for me it's more historical stick than they're actually looking at the season, because they talk about, oh, you know, he's 1 season on 1 season off. But this season, for me, he's been on. Yes, he's gonna get a game here, a game there where he doesn't necessarily do anything. Chelsea might not play well, but for me, across all the games that he's played, he's always their threat. He's obviously he's their biggest threat. He's always a threat for me. So it has to be Hazard. And
Sane is up there as well, man. I mean, even though he's not played that much,
he started on the bench.
Yeah,
but yeah, when he has played, he has been on fire. But I would give it.
I probably have Sane over Mane, probably.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. That one, but it's neither.
Hazard's probably like the best thing in that Chelsea team.
Yeah, 100%.
That guy, he's
after
the
David
problem.
Luiz, of course.
Wait,
and we got one more position, the right wing.
Yeah. Go first.
I'm gonna start with Europe.
No, that's not me.
All right, I'll start.
Go on.
Now, also we know that Aubameyang is a top scorer. Last season, top scorer was Mo Salah, and in the last few games, he's been on fire. Hat trick against Bournemouth. Huh?
Man said say Sterling and done.
Listen, I was just saying it. Hat trick against Bournemouth. Scored. He scored and then got an assist against Wolves. Got the crucial goal against Napoli. I know this is the Premier League, but I mean, I'm sure he's back on form basically. So you have to, you know, give him credit.
Him, yeah, you gotta consider him as well.
But for me, the player of the season is Raheem Sterling, and I'm in no doubt about that. He's the best player in the Premier League this season. He's probably the most improved player in the last 2 years in the Premier League. And it's like, it seems like whatever he's touched from start to finish, you know, barring the Crystal Palace game, just turns to goals. Aguero hasn't been on it this season like he has in the past, but it's like they haven't really missed him when you actually look at the amount of goals they scored. They're still the top goal scorers in the Premier League. Man City, 50 goals in 18 games, and Sterling is a big contributor to that, both in goals and assists. So, you know, unlucky Mo, you did good, but you don't get in my team. Has to be Raheem. Okay. Nathanael.
For me, it's between Salah and Sterling. Like it's hard to say, because one part of me saying say Salah, and then the other part saying say Sterling, because Sterling has improved a lot. Like when he left Liverpool, like the way he was at Liverpool, like he was like, let's say he was at 100%. He literally he's playing at 1,000%. This guy's playing so good. Like the start, like his finishing has improved. His control, everything's just improved. Like the Sterling that I see now is like I didn't expect it, and he's just playing good. And then obviously there's man like Salah, balling as I expect. You know what I mean? So, because if I say Salah, he says Sterling. So like, could either be unanimous or.
You don't have to be. Just pick who you want.
Just choose your choice. Who do you think has been the best right winger this season out of every player that plays in Premier League?
Oh, I just thought man like Shaqiri.
Forget that guy.
Man, like
the man's
Shaqiri.
aiming Liverpool's best right winger.
My guy came on and scored 2 goals out of nowhere.
Everyone scores 2 goals against Man United. Forget that.
It was against United.
We conceded 30 goals this season. You cannot take that as a barometer.
Man like Shaqiri.
Pick your right winger.
Super sub.
Give me a name.
I said it.
Oh,
I'm joking. I'm gonna pick Sterling.
That's that then.
That's that.
Ramone, what are you saying?
I'm picking Sterling.
In case you make the decision easy for me, really. This is definitely the hardest decision. I say hardest though. Richarlison and Martial are both left wingers as well, so the left winger choice probably was tough as well. But in terms of the position, there's only two in the running: it's Salah and Sterling, and I could go either one, to be fair, and I wouldn't be too disappointed who you got. But as you both said, Sterling, and I feel like it's right. We should agree on one of these strokes. I feel like Raheem probably has been the Premier League's best player so far this season, behind Aubameyang. So yeah, Sterling, I'm going for.
This guy just dropping in his little curveball. I ain't even gonna respond. So that's it.
That's it.
That is it, guys. This is the Neeks Sports team of the season so far. A rundown. That's Alisson at the back. In goal, should I say? At the back, we've got Doherty, Van Dijk, Laporte, and Robertson of Liverpool. That's 3 of Liverpool at the back, which is only right. Lucas Torreira, the new signing Uruguayan at Arsenal, supported in the midfield by the 2 silvers from Manchester City, David and Bernardo. Up front, well, in the front 3, we have Sterling on the right, Eden Hazard on the left, and he was one of the best players in the World Cup. He's carried that form right through into the Premier League season, and leading the line, despite not scoring in all the big games as he should, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this team of the year. What is your team of the year? What formation will you pick? Which players would you differ to the ones that we have decided here today?
I mean, it's practically my team without David Luiz. It's Ramone's team of the year.
I mean, obviously you gave Javern a little bang because Sissoko was in. He was in the team. But somehow it's been usurped. But yeah, let us know what you think, and let us know your ratings for the teams of the season so far, and if Spurs are the 3rd team in this year's title race. Thanks to Ramone and Nathanael without the pots and pans joining us today on the podcast. And as I said, I hope everyone had a very, very good Christmas and festivities for the rest of this year. It's a busy period in the Premier League, so you'll hear from us very, very soon.